Yeah. What up? What up? It's Big Twins, aka the Grimy one. Y'all know the Mobb Deep infamous clique. Yo, check it out, man. I want y'all to tap in to Cigar Talk Toronto, man. You know, they be putting it in, interviews and this and that. So check them out. Cigar Talk Toronto from Big Twin, y'all. You already know.
All right, we are back Saturday night, the Block 105. Shout out to everybody on the Block 105 for tuning in, no matter what country you're in. For us, it's Saturday night, could be Sunday morning for you, Saturday afternoon. But we appreciate you always tuning in and showing your support. And with that, we got another great episode as always. And tonight we got with us, you can find him on Instagram at streetgz, and he goes by Street Genius. Welcome to the show, man. What's going on?
What's going on? How you doing, family? Thank you
Good,
for
good.
having me. Yes,
And
sir.
before we go any more into this, I have to put a disclaimer up. Whatever you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. And the
Thanks.
reason I say this is because I had a guest on, and he was going through divorce, and you're laughing
No
already.
disrespect. No disrespect to my.
You
I
already,
know. Yeah,
you already know
facts.
where this is going. And his ex decided to go and check out the podcast and use
Ooh.
it against him in court, saying that it ruined her character with her friends. She wasn't able to get a job because of his appearance on the show. It did not work. So, shout out to the judge for not buying that shit. But
Yeah,
just a disclaimer, this is
facts.
entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment. This is a cartoon.
This is just a cigar shit talk. That's it.
I think people, every day everybody's on their phone watching videos and interviews, and it's like now it's my time. So it's like here's an all tell book.
Yeah, yeah. You don't need to
Shouts to
tell
him.
everything.
Shouts to him though. Shouts to him. No disrespect. Shouts to him.
No, he's a real good dude. Fucking, he's been on the show a couple times. He's one of the brothers of the Leaf,
Okay.
and yeah, man. Just I'm happy that it's all done and over, and he can move on from that chapter. And we'll probably talk about it on the show again one day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, all praises. That's a key topic. A lot of men we don't speak on things like that. So to have that space is a good place, man, because it's a good saying. Like as a man, it seems like nobody really cares about you, but we ain't
Yeah.
going there. As long as you got your little, your Iron Man or your character scheme or whoever you think you is. Hey, man, bump it,
And
bump it. We're not stopping
speaking
us.
of that, June was Men's Mental Awareness Month, correct? So
Facts.
I think that's
Yes.
something we need to speak about a lot more because we have this predetermined conception that as men we can't have emotion and feelings,
That's right.
and we can't talk to somebody about them because society, views us a different way. But then we also get demonized for being the way society views us
Yeah.
and wants us to be. But we need to learn to connect a bit more on a deeper level because you never know. Sometimes that conversation can help. So if anybody's going through anything, just reach out to your friend, whatever the case is, and have that conversation with somebody.
Well, let me get my little G. You want your car here? I'm gonna get your car. Here, come on. Get your car. Get your car. And do it some work real quick, okay? Drop it. Here's the PlayStation.
Just gonna light up my cigar here while we get ready to get this conversation going because this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, my bad, man. This whole time we've been chatting, you ain't seen my little. He had to
You
chat
know
with
what?
me.
We'll go off of that because you're an MC and
Mm-hmm.
you're a family man. How do you balance the two lives of being able to put in the constant work to keep music getting out there to the fans, but also balance the family life aspect of it?
That's been one of my biggest struggles. Um, Confidence, feeling confident. You know, when you make music, you want to feel your best. You want to be your best. However, if from where I'm from in the South, it's like you can't make blues or you can't sing blues if you never been through the blues. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah,
Consistency has been one of my biggest struggles to kind of like maintain a traffic and body of work. It's been very spotty, and that's been due to like fatherhood and just being set, feeling like a man. You know, handling bills, making sure the kids straight. I could easily say, you know, I deal with them later. I deal with that later. I'm going to the studio. I'm making music. But you know, my dad didn't do that to me, regardless of the struggles he went through. So that's one thing I pride on is, you know, just taking care of my godly responsibilities first and
yeah,
trying to master that and still, you know, that's something that I've been dealing with. And it's crazy that you said that because, you know, if mastering that, I feel like, you know, I'm top 10,
yeah,
top 10 worldwide. But with the fact that I'm not consistent, I can't even discuss that. I can't say I'm top anything because I haven't been consistent. You know what I mean? And that's just due to like really being a father first.
yeah.
So,
Do you
yeah, man.
think that being a family man, do you think that changes your how you make decisions when it comes to everyday life, putting music out, who you work with, whether it could be another artist, producer, knowing how to identify someone that's wasting your time, um, how do you apply that to your life?
Um, that's that's the key thing. When you're not putting yourself first, it's kind of hard to say I'm making decisions solely based off of what I want to do or what I feel that needs to be done. You know, I'm a father of four and bonus children. Um, I'm not married, but still, like, you know, once a kid enters my life, there's no exit. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those type of people. And not to say that, um, you know, I just like I said, it's been times where when I'm flying and I'm going to a city or whatever, you know, I'm talking to my kids. They're calling, they're interested to see what's going on. What am I doing? So, you know, it's a bond there. And I also want to show them like you can do whatever you want to in life as long as you stick to it. So, you know, my dedication is to them first. I could easily say bump it, you know, like, hey, I gotta do what I gotta do, but you know, that's a part of my character is just, you know, seeing them grow and smile and them like saying, hey, turn on your song, Dad. You know what I'm saying? They're like my biggest fans, to be honest. My children,
Yeah,
they're like my biggest fans. It's weird. I haven't dropped like a album in 3 years. I'm working on it now. Hopefully I can have it drop in like 2 months. I got a couple
wow.
projects that's like finna drop right now, back to back to back, but it's been 3 years and like my kids still like ask their moms, hey, play Don Legend, you know,
Yeah.
play that song, and that's refreshing to me to let me know, like, yeah, you got it. You know, you just got to keep at it and keep it consistent because you know it's music is a broad thing. There are millions of artists who create millions of songs every day, so I know I'm not special enough to hold a place in people's brains in today's world when everybody, you know, hey, you got to keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to keep it coming.
Well, I'll disagree with you in a sense there, saying I'm not special enough to hold a place because everybody's got their platform, right?
Hmm.
And it's not always about getting those billions and billions of listens because my thought on that is, those people that get those billions of streams, there's a lot more to it than just the music.
Exactly.
And I know you
Exactly.
know what I'm talking about there.
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh, Now, when it comes to the next tier, I think it was immortal technique. He said, I don't need to get those millions and millions. As long as I got, 400,000 copies sold, I'm good. I can live. I can live good, and that's all I need. So,
Yeah.
the exact number there could be fucked up. Don't quote me on it, but he did say something along those lines. And so what I'm trying to say is, as long as you have your base, that's who you cater to. That's who is going to consume your product. That's who you are special to,
Yeah.
because everybody's got their time and place, and that's where yours is.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. I like that. I just know if the the areas I can go with the music, I can keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. But I don't need to let life, you know what I'm saying, slow me down into thinking I need to have that done. I gotta make sure that done.
Yeah.
Put all and just let it flow. We're our worst critics. So like
Yeah, for sure.
I get in a time to where I'm criticizing myself, but I'm like, and everybody else can see the greatness. I'm seeing the bottom of the bottom because I'm like, yo, you ain't got this done. Nobody else knows this, but
Yeah.
I do. However, I gotta stop letting that slow me down. You know what I mean? So
But
that's
I
one of
think
my biggest struggles.
that's a balance though, because, being your own worst critic, that's everybody. And I think we have to be, but also in not allowing what people are saying to go to your head. So there's a balance there, right? You can know you're great, you can believe you're great, but there's a level of, once it goes to your head, that's where your product kind of becomes diluted a bit. So and keeping that balance, you always keep that hunger, just the same way you were when you first got into it.
That's right. And that's the difference. Wait, Benji, I'm doing a meeting. Shut the door, okay? Shut the door. I'm doing. All right. Let me turn on. Hold on here. One second, my guy.
Shout out to Benjamin over there. He's uh he's wanting to get on camera. Don't blame him. But
Sorry about that.
that's all right, man. You're like we said, you're a family man, so
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah,
that's the way it is.
that's my baby boy. He like I said, he had his first soccer game this morning at 8:25. I stayed an hour and 15 away from the venue. So, the game was on last night. I was up to 3. I should have got home sooner, but it's all good. I'm dedicated, man. Thank God I'm alive to do so. So,
Yep,
I'm tired, but hey, man, it's like you said, that's what we do it for. And it was a miss this morning seeing them 3-year-olds trying to play soccer, but that's what we do it for, man. I mean, the legacy gotta go, the legacy gotta continue.
that's it,
So
man. You got to be there to support them, because athletics. I believe athletics is very important to human development, because it teaches you dedication and hard work.
yeah,
And if you just kind of sit around and play video games all day, I mean, you're not really learning a lot of the key aspects to life.
yeah,
Nothing against the gamers out there. I'm not. But
yeah.
what I'm saying, you got to get out there sometimes and interact.
You got to, you got to, you got to. You got a fellowship. That's what we say down here. You got a fellowship. You got to see what people are for you. You got to meet new people. You got to hear different things. That's what life is about, man. And
Yeah.
ever since we went through that phase to where everything shut down, it just took everybody away from each other, 6 feet. like why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't even I can't even give you a hug if I wanted to, but we're getting it back. We're getting it back, man. So,
Yeah,
that's
that was a fucked up time. Now, I was kind of happy with the 6 feet, because we got to a point where you'd go to a store and someone's like fucking right up breathing down your neck in line. It's like, dude, give me a little bit of space. So in that aspect, okay, cool, I'll take it. But I mean, it really ruined the human connection, the human emotion, the human vibes, and it made people really paranoid about everybody.
I I'll share this little story real quick. Shout out to Washington D.C. Um, Me and two of my guys, we used to go to this cannabis festival or whatever, and we had got to D.C. one night. One of my friends is from D.C. However, I don't know if he knew. He had to know where we was at, but he wasn't thinking. I mean, we're from North Carolina, so me and my other homeboy, we ran in the store. We're going to get something to drink. Man, this store was full of like, it was probably 15, six, it was probably 16 straight up thug type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However, I mean, I guess it's us. It's kind of like, you can't be scared of your people. You can't be really scared of anything. And it was like, that was one of the most funniest times because a couple of the guys was stealing, and the store owner, he locked the door. He locked us all in the store. So me and my man, we locked in the store with these, you know what I'm saying? We not, this not our city. We not from here. But we locked in the store. We blended like a motherfucker though. Like we held our composure and was just like, yo, come on, man, let us out of here. Just, however, it was very funny. My homeboy in the car, he was in the car and he's from DC. He didn't see anything. I'm like, yo, you didn't see what just happened? He like, what? Like, bro, you had 5 dudes banging on the door saying they was finna break the glass. You got 2 dudes inside the store banging on the door saying, let us out. You didn't, like, what the fuck? So saying all that to say, just, man, it's a comfortability thing, I guess. Like when it's like people can just be, when Walmart used to be 24 hours and you just had to
Yeah.
be around people, you had to see people. And like I said, that time changed a lot in life to where, a lot of people keep our distance. We're boxed in. I'm home most of the time and that's cool, but you know, I like being around people. That's how I came up. That's how I grew up, you know. Being in
Well,
the South, fish fries after the football game, after the football game, we going to the local fish fry, and we just running and just being. So that's how I grew up. So I
you
got
know,
used.
being around people, that's essentially where you learn that we're all the fucking same.
Yeah, yeah,
Like there's not really much difference to us other than the complexion of the skin color and some characteristics. I mean, we're all the fucking same.
facts.
And I
Very
think that's what's ruined a lot is because number one, lack of experience that a lot of people have these days, lack of traveling. I think when you start traveling is when you really start to understand the difference of country to country and what's going on
yeah,
in certain countries. Because the first time I traveled international, I came back to Canada, I was like, the fuck are we doing so wrong? You know what I mean? And I'll
yeah,
I'll give you the example. My wife, she's from Colombia, and the first time I traveled internationally was to Colombia.
yeah.
And you go to Colombia, right? You go up on the coast. It's a lot of it's a lot of Afro-Colombians up there, and you know, Colombians are a mix of as fucking white as see-through skin could be to as dark as fucking tar. I
Yeah,
mean, but they what I'm getting at is they associate themselves as I'm Colombian, right? They don't look at each other differently. They celebrate each other. They celebrate the culture. So when I came back to Canada, I was just like, the fuck are we doing so wrong in North America that everybody's got to be so divided and has to be in their own fucking individual box instead of just saying, yo, we're all this, let's be this together.
yeah, yeah. Maybe if the world wasn't ran by the people who you got to beat at the end of the video
Hmm.
game.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, so it's that's a crazy thing. I That's another part of me growing up. Shouts out to my brother, my older brother, Stephen Marsh. Like I said, he went from our high school, from football to baseball state championships, to the University of Tennessee, um, national championships, to when he went to Edmonton, to the Edmonton Eskimos and played 2 years and won 2 CFL championships. So throughout his career, I traveled, with the family. you know, different states or whatever. Um, I didn't make it to California or to Canada as a child or as my teenage years because I mean, you know, by that time I was smoking then. So I was
Yeah.
definitely trying to get to Canada. He, you know, used to telling me about the stores. He wasn't a big smoker. But he used to tell me about the stores, and I'm just like, you know, as a kid being from the country down here, you know, it was just like, wow, you know, because that's unheard of where we're from. But yeah, traveling broadened my horizons to a lot of things, especially from where I'm from. I'm from the town I'm from has like two stoplights.
Oh, okay.
So and you kind of get the gist of Wingate
Real
College.
small town.
A lot of people from across the world came there to go to college. Wingate College. A lot of kids from overseas, everywhere. So I, even at home, I met a lot of different people from a lot of places. So my horizons were broadened like from the T when I was legit. So yeah,
So
traveling plus.
so being from such a small town, what got you into hip hop and you know pursuing yourself as an MC?
Once shouts to my brother again. He's 10 years older than me. So like I was born at 89 and I had two older sisters and an older brother. Both are like well my one of my sisters, she's like 7 years older than me. My brother's 10 and my older sister, she's 11 years older than me. So my sister, she was very active, a bookworm, super bookworm. I was on a 10th grade reading level in the fourth grade.
Oh, okay.
She was on my neck. However, she did a cheer team dance and stuff. So she was into like SWV, stuff like that. My brother, he used to bring home the albums. So mind you, it was Reasonable Doubt. Um what's the Nas joint? The
Illmatic?
Illmatic and it was the
It,
other one when
it
he
was
had
written.
it was there you go. It was written. Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, all
Okay,
the
yeah.
Tupac albums. I stayed away from the Master P albums because I kind of seen what it was and I was like, whoa, you know, I wasn't ready for that at the time. However, as a kid, I could rap the Reasonable Doubt from front to back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We used to watch Yo MTV Raps, um, Rap City the Basement.
Yeah.
He was so good in sports, and my sister, she was so smart. I didn't want to. I wanted to follow up in his shoes and play the sports, but you know, it's a lot of symbolic things that follows behind into my artistry. Like my middle name is Elwood. That's the Blues Brothers guy. Devin, my name Devin. The meaning of my name is a poet. I was
Okay.
good with words. I love art. I love watching skateboarding and stuff like that. I was different. So I said at a time I got competitive. It was an elementary competition where it was like whatever who did the best poem. I didn't even win, but I wrote it and I had passion in it. And it was another instance where I had another older cousin who, you know, he used to stay with us and he used to rap and he didn't rap, he just liked rap. And one day he passed me the mic and said freestyling. Like when I went to try it, it was really, really good. And he was like, whoa, oh, he's older than me too. He's like 8 years older than me. I'm a kid. He was like, oh, snap. He liked it. And I was like, you like that? I never tried this. Like freestyling off the top of my head. So I was like, if my brother's good in sports, I gotta find something that I can try to be good in without being like him, because he got this shit on lock. He got the sports
Yeah.
shit on lock. I gotta find something that I can, master. And music was it. I wanted to be a DJ. Shout to the movie Juice and Bishop. And I wanted to be a DJ. However, a set of turntables was like $500 at the time from Walt
Yeah.
Gibson. Shout out to him in our local record store. I couldn't buy that. So I saw a mixtape in there one day, a DJ Rendezvous, Styles P. My sister bought it for me. I had no business listening to this mixtape. He rapped over Buck 'Em Down by Black Moon. fuck them down. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Styles P did the freestyle over it, bro. When I heard that, like, I'll probably play that on repeat 1,000 times, and that just gave me the drive. Like, I'm finna do this.
Yeah.
Then 50 Cent drop. I remember this too vividly. Ambitions of a Hustler.
Yep.
When he dropped the movie, the world premiere video came on. When I seen that shit, I told my little cousin, like, yo, write a 16. Let's write a verse. Let's write. By that time, I'm going through it. I'm battling cats in the town, freestyle battling. I'm riding around in the car, rapping over Dipset songs, and like the whole song, we freestyling over it. To this one time, I battled like 5 guys at one time, bro. Word up. In my town. This is a true story. Rest in peace, Keys. Rest in peace, Elvis. Um, Battled 5 guys, bro. I felt I was a force to be reckoned with. People respected my flow, my pen, and
Yeah.
that's how that happened. I tried to go up to Charlotte and connect with a few people. I tried a few routes, going to the little talent joints, but I was like, this is a spending game. You got to have money to do this shit.
Yeah.
Not to leave this out. Um, I don't know how I got introduced to Mobb Deep and Alchemist and Loops and Mad Lib. I don't know how I got there. Somehow I got there, and I just followed that, like, that ear for boom bap. Mind you,
Yeah.
I'm from
Yeah.
the South. I trap rap, fat rap. I kick it to him like that. But somehow I always had a love for boom bap music. For jazz. Jazz is my number one category of music that I listen to. So, like, just being able to hear those loops and rap over different, you know, frequencies, I was like, yeah, I like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was on IG one night, and I was playing. I was listening to Currency, and he did the tape with the Alchemist. I always loved the Alchemist, and you know what I'm saying, Mobb Deep. I always loved that. That was another album my brother brought around. I actually had a CD called Queen Instrumentals with all
Okay.
the instrumentals from all the Queens rappers. Wrote songs to him. You know what I'm saying? Was rapping over it. Um, Fucked around and listened to fucking Yacht Rock too. Just listening to it. I don't know what the hell made me listen to it because I didn't even know too much about, Twins at the time.
Yeah.
I heard A Lot of You Not. I heard Billy D. I heard the song Billy D. Me and my mans was right there with me. The dude from DC. My right hand man. Shout out to him. Listening to the song. Dun, 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 dun. In the car, we always used to, I have a love for I'm a Kush connoisseur as well. So,
Okay.
that's another thing that plays all into this. But anyways, not to get off track. Listening to the song, niggas and bitches say I'm too smooth. Tris. Nowadays I'm in a different one. I was sitting there, I was like, I was rocking. I'm a critic, I'm a picky ass motherfucker when it come to music. Picky, super picky. Something about my man's, you know what I'm saying? That shit just kind of caught me. I'm like, damn, who this nigga? Start listening to shit, start doing my research, start listening. Okay. Just jamming the Billy D Oceans joint, the mixtape. When he got the cigar on the
Yeah.
beach, start listening to that daily, like rocking with it. Um, just rocking. Follow him. So on IG one night, and he was, just talking or whatever. I ain't shy. I seen my brother in the spotlight, so I was like, shit, I'm smart. This is around the time COVID came.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had the stimulus check, right?
Yeah.
It's like $800, whatever, 1,000, whatever the case may be. He was on there. I just thought, I was like, asking for a feature. Something just made me feel like, like a lot of rappers is bougie.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas is greedy. I didn't get that vibe from Twin.
No,
I didn't
no,
get
no.
I didn't get that vibe. I'm talking about know this man from a can of paint. I was like, shoot, what's up with a feature? And he was responding. He's like, hit me on the DM, hit me on your baby cakes. Tell him you know what I mean? I'm like, I told my man, I'm like, you heard that? DM him. It's like, yo, da 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 da. He hit back.
Hmm.
He was on some shit like, you know, da 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 da. We grabbed a beat, I do a verse, blah blah blah. I paid him for the verse. I took I took the check. I give a damn. I'm straight at the time. Here, let's see what's up. The, I had a cousin who passed. Rest in peace, Chad. Um, got burned up. Somebody hit him in the truck. The truck caught on fire. He got burned.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, didn't deserve to go. Good guy. Um,
I'll take a sip to that one right there.
yeah, good guy. Sip the share. He sent the beat. I bought the beat from Twiz. I ain't no Twiz. The song we did, the shit never came out. Never came out. Never put the song out. Loved the song to death. He hit back. He like, yo, I'm doing this such and such. I'm doing an album. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna send you this song. I want you to jump on it. Okay, cool. Now I ain't slow. Shout out to Slum. Shout out to Manuel. He was on the song too. Manuel's from New York. Slums is from Utica.
Okay.
He sent a beat. He sent a song. Mind you, it's twins, and then this is the song "Bosses," right? Bosses. You trying to be a boss, you gotta put the work down. And I'm. Anyways, that's the song. If you want to be a boss, put that work in. That joint.
Yeah.
Twin do his verse. Slums come on that verse. I'm like, oh shit. Manuel come on his verse. I'm like, ah man, damn, bro. Fuck. Like this is a whole nother, you know what I mean? So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me still. I did my verse. I had the last joint. I had the last verse on the song. He was like, yo, bro, everybody's asking who's the guy on the da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, right. Niggas on the song, they ate. You know, everybody on the song performed well, crazy.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. It's like, come to LA. Shit, come holler at me. Come fuck with me. And shit, like, I was like, shit, all right. Me and like five of my brothers, one, two, three, four, five, five of my brothers, we shot out of LA. Never been on a plane in my life. Never been on a plane. Never, you know what I'm saying? Put this trip together. Mind you, this the mask era to where we all masking up. This the COVID time.
Yeah.
Went out there and ever since then, I ain't gonna lie, it's been up. It's it's been a dream come true without the billions of streams, the without all of that rap shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's my brother, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like I was just saying, you know, you don't need the billions of streams to be a successful artist. And big shout out to Big Twins because he's the one that connected us. And
Sure,
I can speak to that. Like Twins is as real as it gets.
for sure.
And he's really mastered the art of communication where he does touch back with his fans. He does engage with them. He engages with other artists.
Yes, yeah,
He's accessible, right? And
yeah,
I think that's what puts you into another realm as opposed to these other artists that feel like they fucking you can't breathe the same air they do.
yeah. It's a lot of people who are like that.
And so you're on Grimey Records, so you're one of Twins artists on his label, correct?
Yeah, grimy records, man. We sell organic Nation and Union of Music. No, that's something, he been the grimy one. And even me, like even with me being like the calm before the storm, like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like I don't have to. He always be like, bro, you ain't gotta. You don't have to sound like me, or you don't gotta sound like them. That shit you doing is cool,
Yep.
and you know it's just like it's been super easy. Nothing about it has really been like a stressor to the point to where it's like you said, I feel like I'm one of these artists to where I done signed one of these contracts and now I gotta do da 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 da. Nah,
Yeah.
to be honest, which goes back to when we were speaking on the consistency thing, you know, that's all bro. That's all bro wanna see. And if not, we still brothers. But like me being consistent more, that shit would that shit probably can take this grimy record shit like to another level. Not just me alone, but just even me adding more ingredients to the pie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Well, like consistency, that's something that you have to apply no matter what you do in life. It's not just, to being an artist. And because we live in a time where everything is just so fast evolving,
yeah.
the attention span is minimal. So consistency, whether, you own a restaurant or you're a musician or you are a contractor, whatever the case is, you always got to be consistent and innovative because you know the saying, you're only as good as your last performance.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to make sure you're always leaving that impression. But as long as you're doing you, right?
Hmm.
You're in your zone. You're doing you. You're doing what you love. That that base will be there to buy your records, support you. So just be as long as you're being genuine with it, you're gonna have that consistency.
That's right. That's right. And like I said, I know for a fact, it's all fun with us. It's not like it's a cult or
But that's what
nothing.
it's gotta be. It's gotta be you gotta love what you're doing. Because, there's so many people out there that they wake up and they go, fuck, I gotta go to this job today. And they just dread half of their day. And then they
Yeah.
come home and they're too tired and like it's a vicious cycle. So I think number one, in being successful, you got to find something you love doing because that's going to create a better life for yourself and a level of success that you can't attain going, oh fuck, I got to go to this factory job today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's crazy because that's a blessing that like even with me and I work a 9 to 5, but it's not something I dread. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So like to have that blessing to not wake up and be like you said, shit, man. Sometimes I mean I'm human, but however, like with my job, I don't have to wake up and dread and like you said, half my days already in the shits because I'm feeling like I'm going to this fuck ass job. Like
Yeah.
fuck. So I owe it. I feel like I owe it to myself, you know what I'm saying, to really like step up and like really show people who streets is, who
Yeah.
G's, who's the genius is, you know what I'm saying? I put a lot of hard work and time into this um brand of mine. Even though it looks similar to the Street Fighter logo, however, it all speaks and
I was
embodies.
I was just about to say that, man. I was like, I like the logo because it's very Street Fighter-ish.
Yeah, man. I mean that's what we like I said, we grew up in the Super Nintendo Sega
Yeah.
era. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Reem the jeweler. I got it made. It's supposed to be a little bigger or whatever. All it's supposed to be bigger, but like I said, back to the family ship, I went through a hardship at the time to where it postponed a lot of things and shit didn't go as planned. So it's a little smaller, but it's real. you know, it's all right. It's my Superman cape.
Hey, sometimes you don't need to make that huge impression, you know what I mean? You need that subtle flair, you know?
Yeah, facts, facts. I'm a subtle guy. I try to let my work do the talking, man. You know, it's been cool. I've been told it's cool. I don't believe it half the time, but you know, we're here. I probably wouldn't have met you, you know what I'm saying, without
Yeah.
it. So, you know, it's nice. It's a blessing, man. You
But
know.
you think back to, like, we were talking about the COVID times, and that's where a lot of the interaction started to become online,
Yeah.
and it just exploded.
Yeah.
And that's what led you to Big Twins. Um, that's what led to a lot of people using social media more as a tool.
Yeah.
And that's how I connect with everybody, is through social media. So without that, um, this wouldn't even be happening right now.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck COVID, but you know, shout out to where we came from it. You know.
Yeah, I think when it comes down to it, there's two sets of people in the world, and there's ones that'll look at a situation like, all right, fuck it, there's nothing I can do with this. And then there's the other side that says, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna see how I can spin this.
Yeah. I've this last year I was the one that was in a place like fuck it, I can't do shit about it. I
Mm,
was. I was. Back to life, man. Life got wicked. You know what I mean? And what but to fast forward to the point to where it made me the person to be like, this is how I'm gonna spin this, is because, you know, as a man and as men, we have to face ourselves and we have to sit in our shit.
yeah,
Sometimes, yes, you need to go get the motherfucking help. We can sit in our shit and cry and mouth and pout and all that, but it, at some point in time, you realize it's not gonna do nothing, and we can't manipulate shit because we're not women. And no disrespect to the women, I'm just
yeah,
saying, as a man, to be manipulative is a woman's trait.
hmm,
So I had to like really like sit in a lot of shit and see myself, and I'm glad of the person I became in the midst of having to sit and having to admit shit that, you
yeah,
know, I could simply, like you said, be 100% artist, and we could be sitting here and like, yeah, you know, this is what I'm doing, da, 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 da. And all, like, what you doing in real life? How you doing? When the last time you seen your kids? How you holding up for your family? What you doing for your people? If To me, if you can't cover those corners as a man, I don't give a fuck what you rap about, what you do, how much money you got, because that doesn't embody the persons of the people that I want to be around,
yeah.
or want to be. So, you know, saying all that to say, man, yeah, man, I used to be that, but it became the nah. We going this how we rocking, and that's how it's been working. That's how it's been working for these last couple months, for real, for real.
You know what I always try to tell myself, and when you're sitting back and you're analyzing certain things and you're looking at kind of the downside of things, because in life that's what happens, right when you think you're up a little bit, life will throw you something, and then it pulls you back down a little bit, and you got to overcome it, right?
That's right.
Something that I constantly tell myself if I ever think about complaining is, there's somebody out there wishing they had your problems.
Are you willing to trade them?
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And and I had an artist on, Teal Lestat, and he said, he was homeless, and then he got the tent. Okay, now he's grateful for the tent because there's someone out there that doesn't have the tent and wish they had the tent,
Hmm.
right? And he got the job.
Hmm.
Now there's someone out there that wish they had the job.
Hmm.
So, it could always be worse, and you gotta remember that there's people out there that would kill just to have a fraction of what you have. And I think that's what, for me personally, keeps me level-headed and not complaining about anything in life.
Key. That's a gem. I'm taking that.
Hmm.
I'm taking that. It's needed. It's needed. It's just a way to stay humble.
Cigars and alcohol also help too.
Straight up. Mine burnt to the stump, but you know, Shout out to the yeah. I definitely got to get you some fucking whiskey though. I definitely got to get you some. I got
Yeah,
to get.
we were just talking about that actually, and for the people listening that don't know, in Canada, there's a couple provinces that still do uh, sell the American alcohol, but I think for the most case, I would say 80%, they cut off the American alcohol and all politics. Same thing they did with Russia back when all that shit kicked off with Russia and Ukraine. They banned all the Russian alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they took it even a step further. Um, there's there was a certain blunt wrap brand, right? And there was a flavor called Russian cream.
Oh man,
They banned that shit just because it said Russian cream and it wasn't even a Russian product.
they not playing.
Tell me
The
how fucked up
biggest,
that is. And you know
the
what's even more fucked up?
gangsters.
They paid to import all this product. They didn't even go, you know what, we're going to sell it off and then ban it. They just fucking straight up took it off the shelf.
Stand for something or fall for anything. That's
It's real
crazy.
fucked up.
Glad I don't, I don't like to that's another thing, man. You gotta help me find a cigar to my liking. I know it's gazillions of cigars. Like I'm a I can't even I how would I hunt for one? Or how would I would have to just go test them.
Pretty much it's all trial and error, man. Flavor is, to each their own.
Yeah.
I would recommend if you're gonna go try a cigar and you haven't really, smoked cigars, number one, don't inhale it. A lot of people still don't know you don't inhale cigars.
Facts.
And that ruins a lot of the experience when somebody first tries a cigar and they inhale it.
Like
Go with a Habano type cigar. It's kind of like in the Habano San Andreas. It's in between the light and the strong.
hmm
And then you just got to experiment with what type of flavor palette you like. Do you like the earthiness? Do you like the peppery? Do you like the leathery, the creamy? It's all to each their own. But
hmm
definitely start somewhere in the medium because, you were smoking a blunt earlier, so you probably like that strong hit.
hmm
And so I would go with like a San Andreas, a Habano, and go from there. I could definitely send you some cigars to try out that I'm not going to mention because they're not paying me, so I'm not going to mention them.
Okay, okay.
But hold on, I will say try Croatian Mafia cigars. The official drink glass right there, Cigar Talk Toronto, Croatian Mafia cigars. Their slogan
Okay.
is for the gangster in you. So,
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to the Croatian Mafia.
and honestly, really good cigars. The whole lineup is real good. So I would definitely recommend try them out.
Yeah, I need those. I need those. I'm gonna try those out. Yeah, the San Andreas is like a dark leaf, right?
It's getting there. The Maduro is the dark leaf.
Okay. Okay.
But like the Maduro, for example, the Maduro is just kind of that leaf that gets most of the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
So not necessarily the Maduro is the strongest. So that's another like misconception that the Maduro is the strongest of the cigars. I've had cigars that are not Maduros that are stronger than some of the Maduros. So again, it's like with food, with women, with fucking, drinking. You got to just get out and try your flavor and see what you like.
Facts. Facts. Savor the flavor. Think about it later.
That's it. And you don't know what you like till you try it. So,
How long have you been doing cigars talk? How long have you been in into what you do?
so the podcast started on YouTube actually
Mm-hmm.
just around a year ago. So I haven't been into it that long. And for everybody out there listening, go to YouTube, Cigar Talk _ Toronto. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And everything that is on the block, the video version goes on YouTube. So you can find all the episodes there as well. And you have a YouTube channel as well, so plug that one.
Yeah, I got a it's TV number 4 Street G's. Street G's is one word. STREETGZ. Basically Street Genius, G's for short. TV for Street G's. Big Twins QB. That's the Grimey Life page. That's where most of our work is at. However, because I haven't been active on I haven't been doing my due diligence as far as my network, like doing all the what I've been doing, like posting videos and any of that. I've
Yeah.
been trying to lock in and getting into my, my Superman mode to where I can do that, you know, take care of the kids, pay the bills, make the music, put the music out. It's coming. I got like I got 3 projects done and I'm working on the 4th one.
Okay, okay. It's, especially when it comes to social media, now I understand why people hire people to do their socials for them because that's a full-time job in itself.
Yes, bro. It's hard to like do all. It's possible, but you're not like, that's a one of the guys is well not I don't know the guy, but he's doing like reviews down here and his name is Quality Baby. So when I was about to say what I was about to say, that's what I thought of. But to have quality material, it's you're gonna need some help. You're gonna need some help. Because that's a
Yeah,
lot to do. Unless you just got money just to, pay people to do it, you know.
which
That's
is it's a hard one because that was one tip of advice when I had Big Twins on the show.
hmm
He gave some advice to anybody that wants to get into the rap game. He said, have a day job because you got to be able to fund your rap career.
Yes. I go like when I go to get like my master work done, like if Twin needs a verse or whatever and I gotta send it, da 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 da. The studio I go to, I pay what now it's 70 an hour.
Yeah,
However, this is the studio where you ever heard of the rapper The Baby? I'm pretty sure you done heard of The
yeah, yeah,
Baby.
yeah, yeah,
The verse he did for Kanye West's album, he recorded there. Shout out to my man West X. Anytime, and I'm gonna put this out now. Anytime you ever hear me say Phil Jackson, I'm referencing him. He reminds me of Phil Jackson. Like when I'm in the booth, he he coaches me. We correct. He's a very good guy to work with. West X. He actually I don't know if you ever heard of the rapper Trap Dicky. You ever heard of him?
no, I haven't.
He just got signed to TDE. It's Kendrick Lamar's label.
Okay,
He's the town I live in now. He's a town down from there. Crazy, right?
yeah,
Hartsville, South Carolina. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're down here in West Bumblefuck. This shit is unheard of. However, he just inked a deal with TDE, so that's very major. Um, what was I getting at? Anyway, yeah. The quality of music, like you're gonna pay for it. I mean,
yeah,
it's no like we got homeboys where we can go record and shout out my man Bill. But still like even dealing when you think about it, like this is someone's home. This is where they lay their head, this is where they pay their power. They got neighbors, this, that, and the third. So, I go rock with my man West X to finalize a lot of music I do. And that's costing about 70, 80 an hour.
yeah.
So
And
you
for most people, I don't know what the minimum wage, for example, is in the United States, but that could be a day's pay for some people.
yes, that is a day's pay. That is
So it's not cheap.
mm-mm, mm-mm. Not cheap at all. Not cheap at all. Benji
Uh,
was some say, hey, real quick, you thirsty? Get your Sprite. I take it off. You left it in the car? Yeah. Go get it in the car then. But I didn't have no shoes. You ain't got no shoes, you be out. Go get it out the car.
um,
I gonna give me. Yeah, man.
they know you're filming something, so they want to find a reason to pop in.
You seen we was chopping earlier. He was unheard of.
Yeah, that's all right. But we're about to sign off on the block. That hour flew by like it always does. But you
Thank
know
you.
what? we're gonna keep this rolling a little bit for the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And quickly, we're gonna sign off on the block. Go to YouTube, cigartalk_Toronto, hit that subscribe, share it, spread the word. Where can people find you on socials and everything else?
Um, Street G's, pretty much everything. STREETGZ. Instagram, uh, YouTube TV for Street G's or Big Twins QB. You can reach us there, the Grimey Life family. Spotify, Street G's, oh man, STREETGZ. Apple Music, same thing, Street G's. Yeah, man, I try to keep it all in one. So,
Yeah,
if anyone is trying to find something of what I got going on, it's not hard to find. It's in that one little nutshell. STREETGZ, Street G's.
there we
Um,
go. And
Street G's.
on that, we're about to sign off on the block. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in on the block. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week. And we're out. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, man.
I'll tell you a story, because you were just talking about the quality, right, when it comes to the studios and the engineering. So
Hmm?
I had Steve Sola on the show, and I know you know Steve Sola.
Fill me in. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I am very, fill me in. Go on, fill me in.
So Steve Sola, he's got a recording studio in Manhattan. He's got 20 plus million records sold. He did Murder Music. He did Infamy. Uh, Free Agents. He's worked with Eminem. He did the Biggie duets.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
just a real legend when it comes to production. So he was telling a story, and when Prodigy had got out of jail,
Mm-hmm.
he went and did some music. And I think the record might have been HNIC 2 or 3. Don't quote me on that, but it's in the episode.
Okay.
So Prodigy came in to do some work with Steve Sola, and it had been like 5 years since he worked with him.
Mm-hmm.
So Sola listened to the music, and he was like, "Listen, go in, record this, and then we'll kind of see what's up, right?" Because he didn't like what he was hearing with the mastering of it. So Prodigy went in the booth, recorded it, came out. Steve Sola did his thing. Prodigy listened to it, and he's like, "Fuck, man! So you're telling me I got to go back and re-record the whole fucking album now?" And Prodigy went back and redid the whole album because, once again, going back to that quality, right? The quality
Mm-hmm.
comparison was not there. So you got to make sure when you're putting that work out, you're going with those quality engineers and studios that are really gonna perfect that sound.
Man, shout out to my guy Mike Rich, man. I don't know if we still recording or not, but
Yeah, we're still
shout out to
recording.
my
This is gonna go on YouTube. We're still
oh
recording. This
okay.
is the after
Shout out
hours.
okay. My shout out to my guy Mike Rich, man. He's actually he's on the grime. I got a Grimy Life album about to drop now, produced all by Sir Denny. Shit,
Okay.
this the first joint, my project that I'm putting out with Grimy Life with my brother. He's on I think it's gonna be on the last track. You'll hear it. As kids, this was my first album I made. It was called Show Me the Money. My this was the Shogun. Shogun means basically Shoguns by the Shogun get it by any means necessary. And that's also inspired by the Shogun from the movie The Last Dragon.
Okay.
That was my alias. As a rapper, you wanted your shit to be like, so it was Shogun, but it was short for show.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the album I did like 14 years ago. However, it's a crazy album. It's actually an underrated album. If that album would have got the slightest bit of attention at the time, I probably would have been a well-established artist by now if I would have went the signing route and went a label route, that type shit.
Yeah.
Well put together album. Anyway, saying all that to say, but it had 17 tracks, and we listened to it, and he's a fucking he's a music monster. He scrapped it. He was like, bro, one day I pulled up, he was like, bro, I hate to tell you, but we gotta do this shit over. And I was like, what the hell you mean? He was like, bro, this shit just, you know what I'm saying, it's not hitting. And it wasn't nothing to do with the lyrics or nothing. It was just the fact that it needed to be pushed out better. I don't know if you
Yeah.
seen Hustle and Flow when she was singing and she was like, it's hard. You remember that part when she was singing It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp? You ever seen that?
Yeah.
And he said, push that shit out. Like, I had to do that. So saying all that, and I'm a grown man. I don't like saying all that pause shit. Like, I'm a grown man. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying?
You
But
know what? I just got wise to this whole pause shit, man. And I guess do what you got to do. But I mean, not, not everything needs to be to be confirmed that it's no gay shit, you know?
bro, you a man, you know who you are, bro. We know what we talking about. If your mind travels to that, you're kind of weird. And I get it, but I don't. Because it's like you're reaching for a fucking, now some shit you gotta kind of reword, however, but we ain't thinking about that shit. So anyway, not to get off subject, but man, had to re-record that whole album. So yeah, that's
No, you know what? Cigar
I,
Talk Toronto is all about getting off subject sometimes.
what's crazy is man, my first feature came from a kid from Toronto. Well, not from Toronto. Where is he from? He's from up that way. He actually is somewhere. I think he is. He's man. Shout out to my man. I want to say his name. Anyways, his dad reached out to me. He was like, yo, I need a feature for my son. I'm like, yo, huh? How old is he? He was like, he's 12 at the time. I was like, okay,
Really?
you know. And I got the song actually. He did a song. It's basically about his big brother, and I had to rap the big brother route. It's kind of cool, but he's doing his thing right now though. He's from Canada. I don't I don't know, like, I have a broad viewpoint with the music shit. You know what I mean? But I'm all for the hustle. I'm all for it. I was a kid. I used to model a little bit with the fashion ladies around here from where we from. I used to try to do it all, talent shows type shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, our feature came from a kid from up. Where is he from? Damn, where's the exact town? It's somewhere near Toronto though, for real. Yeah.
I want to know who you're talking about. So whenever it comes to your memory, let me know, and
Where's my phone?
I'll tell you something
I'm listening.
interesting.
Go. I'm sorry. Well,
I have still not once had anybody from Toronto on the show.
oh man, hold on. This is a kid though. He's definitely not gonna be on the show. He's definitely not gonna be on the show.
It's
But
and the funny thing is, Toronto has a lot of talented artists. I think they just gotta learn more to get behind the promotion side of things and go
mm-hmm.
outside the box a bit. But yeah, like for example, we were talking earlier, when I approached, Ty Nitty, Big Twins, shout out to them to come on the show, it was no hesitation.
Mm-hmm.
But when I approached some Toronto artists, and this is not to say everyone responded this way, but it was always hesitancy.
Yeah,
Because
that's weird.
sometimes I feel like people from here, unless they see the vision or see beyond the script, they only want to fuck with somebody that has that, 4 million followers or
Like,
whatever the case is.
yeah. Do you think that comes from like the big rap guy from where y'all from?
Um,
Drake?
yeah, I don't know, man, because okay, so I've never hid my feelings about that. I can't get behind Drake at all.
Nah, it's cool. I mean, you think about it like this, Drake, he came under Lil Wayne. He came under a
Yeah,
superstar. He came from the South's rap legend. That's who we compare to Jay-Z. So like,
yeah. I can't
I
get behind
mean,
Jay-Z either, to be honest with you. So
so
here,
that's what I'm
here,
saying. I was a
here,
Nas
here,
fan.
exactly. Here's the thing. I'm a loyal person. So once Jay went at Nas and Mob, I was like, all right, fuck Jay-Z. And I've been that way ever since then.
Facts. Facts. Nah, that was an in-school beef. Crazy part about it is when them motherfuckers squashed the beef, my dumb ass, you remember screen printing shirts? The way they put the screen print shirts?
Yeah,
Like the picture on the shirts? My dumb ass found a shirt with Jay-Z and Nas dapping up. It was black and there was olive green.
yeah,
I went in this store called People's. I don't know if you know People's.
yep.
I seen some green emerald earrings. Tell me why I tried to steal them shit. The alarm went off. I ran straight in the car. I jumped in the car with my 5 homeboys talking about go, go, go. They like, what the fuck? I'm like, go. Motherfuckers coming out the store. Mind you, I'm not a thief. I'm just, I got a job. I just got paid this day. I had a check. I had money. True story. I had, I'm like, go. So they leave. It's a car behind us and shit. They cussing me the fuck out. Next thing you know, the police finally pull us over. My homeboy Pat, one of my biggest fans to this day, man. Shout out Pat, man. I gotta get to him. He like hand me everything. I'm like, what? He like hand me the shit. He get weed, he get everything from everybody. He stuff it in this bubble coat. Police pull us over. No, I think I gave him the earrings and shit. And they let me go, man. Them motherfuckers cussed me out for years, which I deserved it. Because like I said, I was working at Burger King at the time. I had the money. But I don't know what it was. Something just drove me. I bought an olive green thermal shirt. I bought the black screen print shirt with them on the. You ever see them dapping up? That you'll see they had on olive green. I seen them gold and emerald green earrings, bro. I said I ain't paying for these. True
And so
story.
sometimes it's just the heat of the moment.
I think I was influenced by some other shit. Fuck that. Definitely the heat of the moment, though. Yes, yes, very much so. But yeah, um,
What what what
man,
what do you think about the whole Drake potential Jay-Z drama going on right now?
I mean, when you think about it, let's be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I've been a student of the game for a long time, so I don't be surprised by a lot of shit. At some point in time, you gotta realize who you are.
Yeah,
And Drake realized who he is, and at some point in time, it's kind of like you go to. And I'm not saying Jay-Z's a bully, but it's like he's feeling like he can address. Like my man said, you got 5 motherfuckers that just tried to jump me. When I come back, I'm getting all y'all one by one, and that's what he did. That's what he's
yeah,
doing.
yeah.
And it's cool. I
No,
like that because J. Cole is from North Carolina. And I'm
okay.
upset with J. Cole. I'm not a big, no disrespect to J. Cole. So if this goes beyond to where it go, I don't care about any rap wreck or anything because I don't think a lot of rappers say, can't nobody fuck with me, can't nobody fuck with me. But
Yeah,
I got a venom pen. I got a vicious pen. And I came up freestyling off the top of my head. I still do to this day. I was battle rapping off the top of my head. I still will to this day. I battled against guys that I know will fold. This man named G Force, where I'm from, my cousin. I know a lot of rappers will fold in front of him. I will put my bottom dollar, bet the house. It's just his not even it's not a punchline thing. It's a delivery truth thing.
yeah,
We come from the church, so like motherfuckers know spiritual shit, and not to say they rapping about God and spirits. They just know the spirits of the streets. They know the spirits of the hustle, the real life, and can embody that into a flow, bro. I know a lot of rappers who will fold in front of this guy, and he's not a rapper type guy to be like, I'm a rapper. I'm just a truth teller. He's just a
yeah.
truth teller / gangster, real gangster. So I'm saying all that to say I'm not scared of shit. And I'm not talking over my head either. I can rap. However, with J. Cole and how whatever he did, he kind of misrepresented North Carolina, man. We ain't scared of shit. Michael Jordan's from here. We ain't scared of
Yeah.
nothing. You weren't supposed to do, even if you wanted to apologize to Kendrick and say, you know what? Hey, bro, this is sport. This is not
Mhm.
personal. I don't personally dislike you, but I feel like I'm nice. And if you feel like you better, let's rap. And it doesn't have to be personal. So even if I drop the diss and I said some witty shit, you as a man shouldn't take that personal because you know the sport that you signed up for.
Well, that's part of the culture too, is, hip hop, part of the culture is battle rap. And, there's that story,
Mhm.
Prodigy told about, being at, what was it, Justin's, I think it was. And that was in the heat of the Mobb Deep Jay-Z beef. And,
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z approached him with his hand out saying, you know what, it's just rap. And it made him look at things like, you know what, yeah, it is just rap. So kind of spinning
Yeah.
off that, when you get a feature, um, and you're on a feature with an artist, is your goal to kill him on the feature?
I'm glad you asked that. I'm glad you asked that. You know what? And I got to shout out to Planet Asia for this statement I'm about to make. And a lot of people look at me confused, and it's like it's kind of like a two-way street, and I'm gonna give you that two-way street. If we trying to make a song, I'm just here to make the song.
Yeah,
I know who I am enough to know, like, bro, if you want to go at me, we want to go at each other, we can do that. But if we making a song, let's just make the fucking song. Now, if we brothers in this friendly competition, or not even say that, let me take that out. If you bold enough to say, boy, I got you on that verse right there, and we rap about it, we elaborate about it, that's cool. On that next one, you better watch yourself. And not that
yeah,
I'm deliberately going at you. I'm not deliberately going at you. I'm always going against myself. If I'm going against myself, then it ain't about you going at me, going at you. If I'm doing better than me, then I'll just leave that up, to the
yeah.
to the masses. But nah, bro, like, and that's a lot of people get confused by that shit. You want to try to go at me at a song, bro. This shit is a marathon. You gotta, if you ain't walked the valleys I walked, then no, you're not finna get your rocks off by just trying to get a song and say you goddamn like went harder than me. Then cool. If that's what you think, that's what makes you feel better, than cool. But if you ain't got the battle scars, or then I ain't worried about it. If you
But
got the
like,
battle scars, then it's kind of like cool. Then we can do that. But I'm always going against myself, so I'm never worried about the next
but
man.
but like, kind of the way I look at it is, again, like you're saying, friendly competition, because I kind of relate it to, somebody that is a boxer, kickboxer, whatever the case is, right? So when
Mm-hmm.
when you get in the gym, and you're sparring, right? Even though that's your friendly competition, you're training, you still want to one up them. So when it comes to features, is there that friendly competition where, all right, cool, I heard you, but now I'm about to top you?
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, like I'm always going against myself. So like if we here to make a song, I'm not insecure to where I feel like if I don't get off on this motherfucker and the people don't see that, then it's like I didn't win. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like it ain't that deep. We got plenty songs to make if we bubble, right?
yeah,
That's if
yeah.
we bubble. But if we don't bubble and you want to do a friendly joint, or if you personally feel some type of way about me, we ain't finna rap about it. You gotta
Now,
discuss that, man,
now,
face to face. you
going
know?
going back to that with features, something that I've heard, and I'm not going to mention names because that's
Facts.
not what I do, is, sometimes people have wasted their time doing features because they do these features and it doesn't come out. And sometimes the perception is, you know, the artist that wanted me on the feature, they couldn't handle what I brought, so they didn't put it out because they felt like it was going to make them look a certain way. So when it comes to
Yeah.
features, are you cautious about who you do features with in terms of, I guess, the maturity aspect of it, knowing it's a feature and the whole point is to bring, the best you can bring to that track?
Man, RP to my man Scar, man. Let's take a drink for Scar right real quick. I don't know if you got some more drink, but the reason I
I
said it,
do. I do, and I've been trying to limit myself because I got some things to do, but you know what? The
okay,
wife can drive for
okay,
me,
no,
and no.
shout,
I'll take a shot for him for sure.
shout out to the wifey though, man. Take care of her, do real good by her, man. They hard to come by.
They are, man.
They
Shout
hard
out
to
to my
come by.
wife, man. She's on Instagram at 81_SKS. She's she does all the promo blasting and stuff for the show. So, shout out to her.
Okay,
She's real supportive, and
yeah, man.
we'll take a shot right there for your man.
We'll take a shot. Yeah. Reason I say that is because back to Planet Asia, when he came back to he came to Charlotte one time and I seen it on Instagram. Mind you, I met Planet Asia through Twin. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck you doing in Charlotte? You know what I'm saying? Like, he like, yo, I'm up here. I don't even remember what he said. He was like, pull up or some shit. So I went, me, my guy, the DC crew. Let me call it the same crew that was in the store.
In
My
in the store
man,
that
my
got
man,
locked down.
yeah, it's my good friend Fats. His name Devin also. 28 brothers. Anyways, we rolled up there and he was at a room with this guy, Scar. I didn't know Scar did music, like why or anything. I didn't know what the fuck Scar did. All I seen him was with the infamous Queenbridge bags. I'm like, how the fuck
Yeah.
he got those? I'm twin shit. And he didn't say one word this whole night. Like, probably what's up, but after that, like, he didn't say one word the whole night. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nothing. Said zero. I'm talking to Asia most of the time. Cause I went to Cali and I met Asia in Cali. So he's in Charlotte. So he's rapping, smoking, whatever. So that night we went to a bar. Asia rode with me and my boys. And Scar left. Went to the bar, got food. Crazy because I seen my ring camera go off and it was black. I'm like, oh my God, somebody done broke in my motherfucking crib. Dropped Asia off, went home. Nothing happened. Nobody broke into my crib. I don't know. Maybe a cat. I don't know. That's all I remember. Next day, I get a phone call from Asia. He like, yo, what you doing? I'm riding with my man from DC. Like, chilling. What's up? What y'all got going on? Shit, we at the studio. Shit, come through. Mind you, I'm not going to rap. I'm not thinking about rapping. I'm just like, yo, these motherfuckers at the studio. Let's pull up. Cool. Shoot straight to the studio. The compound, Charlotte. They in there. They chilling. I'm in there. Scar, he look a little open now. He bobbing his head. They just did a song, him and Asia. This is off the Duffel Bag, the Duffel Guys mixtape. I think that need to be reposted. I need to holler at him. I don't know if it's up or not or still. Things on
Okay.
YouTube. They doing a song. They play this beat after that. The song is Late Nights. Asia sit over there, he look at me. He like, you getting on this? I'm like, I guess. Mind you, I'm super humble, bro. I ain't scary, nothing. I'm just humble, bro. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm humble. Like, you getting on this? I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. But in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, see, I told you, see, this is in my head. So I'm like, cool. Back to the point you're making. I'm on a feature with Planet Asia and this guy named Scar. And I'm not knowing Scars from my city at the time. Don't matter. Mind you, Scar got this big ass chain on with the lady of Charlotte from it. This motherfucker iced out, polo, motherfucker smelling good, goddamn nigga fresh. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
damn, I gotta rap. I'm not to say I was bummy, but all right, cool. Let's go, Devin. You got the first verse. I gotta set the track off. I go in there. Swear to God. I go in there. And in the way to, if you listen to my verse, all it is what's going on. I say,
Yeah.
amongst some G's that's well respected, never with no busters. I'm smoking gushers from Connected. That's Connected, California. Coast to Coast Hustlers. Simple. I got it from Scar. I was like, uh, me, what I say? What I say, Coach? My brother PA and Scar go hard. I said, my brothers PA, Planet Asia and Scar go hard. I said the Dudley brothers, Planet Asia light skin, Scar dark skin.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, serve them dope fiends that cookie protein, that peanut butter, the double entendre. You know, like how the motherfuckers cook crack. They have the cookie,
Yeah.
peanut butter. It's that butter. Anyway, say all that to say, bro. When I came out the booth, motherfuckers was like, bro, what the fuck, bro? You went. I'm talking about, bro, everybody in there. And I'm just like, bro, y'all chill out, man. Chill out. Like I'm low-key overwhelmed with like all of the praise. I lie to you not, bro. This is a true story. Asia can attest to this. They all can attest to this. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I got the footage. The song is out. You can go listen to it on YouTube. Late Nights, Planet Asia, Scar, and Street G's. I got the first verse. My hair is short. This is true. Man, after my verse, it was like, you know, you could tell it motivated Asia to write what you could hear it.
Yeah.
Scar did his verse, bro, but like it was just one of them shits like they was giving me the praises like, bro, you went retarded, bro. You went motherfucking crazy. I don't give a fuck. Yo, you like, and I'm just like, yo, like, chill. No, I didn't, bro. Y'all are like lying. Chill out. Real shit. So saying all that to say, if I would have went in there with the aspect of like I'm going against them, I wouldn't have did what I did. I went in there with the aspect of like, bro, show your best. Show up. Just show up, bro. Just show up and do what you do best and just got them let it be. And that curated one of the best verses I probably ever written.
So
Shout
so
out to
now,
PA and Scar, RP.
spinning off that, something that I always tell my, and going back to we were having this conversation earlier,
Mm-hmm.
your young one, he's in soccer, I got a teenager that's in basketball. And
Mm-hmm.
through my years of, martial arts or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I always tell my son that number one, when opportunity knocks, you got to just show up because you never know. And number two, sometimes the days you don't feel like doing it, you produce the best outcome. So, with that being said, do you think that on those days that, okay, you know what, I'm not really feeling going to the studio or an opportunity popped up and you just need to show up because you don't know what the outcome is going to be, would you say that, hey, listen, anybody out there that is into, being an artist, if you don't feel like showing up that day, just show up because sometimes you could produce some of the hottest shit you've ever produced.
My 9 to 5 is a production based type shit, commission type shit. And I got to drive a lot of drive from my music from that job because some days, you don't feel like showing up. You don't feel like doing it. You're tired, but that one day could be that day where where you can score that big motherfucking close.
Yep. Yep.
And I've seen it, witnessed it on days I call. Man, shout out to my sister, Rachel. I call her, I'll be like, yo, I ain't feeling that shit, man. I'm chilling. And she'll hit me with some shit. She can usually be like, all right, you're not getting paid, doc, whatever. Cool. Potentially fired. Look,
Yeah.
she'll tell me like, you better than that, right? She know my potential. Bring your ass in here, da 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 da. Knock this shit out and let's get it. And on those days, I've went in and like probably in my job terms, closed or collected or whatever the case may be, in over like 5 grand in one day, knowing like if I would have damn laid in my bed and moped around and been bored all day, I could have
Yeah.
missed out on that big ass motherfucking piece of chicken.
Yeah. No,
So
that's correct, man. It's and you know what, even still, if you go and record a track, this is what I always say, put it out. Regardless of how you feel about it, because sometimes you could feel like you went and you did this track. Yeah, you know what? That wasn't my best, whatever, whatever. But now you put that out, and all of a sudden, everybody loves it. So just
Yeah.
because you felt a certain way about it, that doesn't mean that's the way the fan base is going to receive it. Because,
Facts.
for example, like I've done some episodes where, I jumped on and I was just not feeling well or whatever the case was. And then after the fact, I was like, fuck, man, like I don't know how that's going to sound because, for me, I wasn't in it because I was just so tired or whatever the case is. But then when it comes out, everybody loved it.
What's the it's a word I'm looking for. It's showing up even when you don't want to, the honor of men. It's an
Yeah.
honor. It's an honor to be able to. I feel like if you don't, when you don't feel like it, that's like it's basically like not even a cop out. It's just more so like you being ungrateful of the opportunity that you
Yeah.
have to do
Yeah.
what you do. So like that's something that you owe it to yourself and to whoever you believe in because none of this shit is promised. None of this is promised, bro.
No,
Like
and
there's
and you know
somebody
what
going through it
it is
right now.
too. Like it's people's time, right? So if somebody has, you know, slotted a time for you, regardless how you feel, you got to show up because that's somebody's time that they're investing in you that they could have put into somebody else.
That's right.
So
That's
even
fire.
even if
That's
you're
fire,
not
bro.
feeling it, you still got to show up and you still got to do the best you can do because they're giving you that chance to put that time and work in when they could have went to somebody else. So you
That's
could be
right.
unless you're in a hospital bed, you need to
Hmm.
show up.
That's right. That's key. I love that. I love that. That's fire.
You know, and
That's
and
the
even
that's
if
the
and in modern days, even if you're in a hospital bed, you can still make it work.
yeah, for real. With the power of a cell phone.
Yep.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire. I love that. Out of all we spoke about, I ain't gonna lie, that's probably the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing I've got from this whole conversation, bro, is like really just showing up. And even when you don't want to, like being a father, showing up,
Yeah.
being a friend, being a husband, being a child, or a son, you know what I mean? Being an uncle, being a brother, being you know what I mean? A mentor,
Yep.
whatever it is that you be. And like I said, as a man, we get overwhelmed, and just as women do.
Yeah.
But we are I'm gonna say it. We are the stronger beings. So we
No,
should
that,
we
that's a fact.
should we should it should be an honor to take upon the stresses of the weight of life. You know what I mean? It sounds crazy. I know it sound a little insane, but
No,
that's what I
it's not insane, man, because li listen, there's things that men are superior in over women, and there's things women are superior in over men.
yes, sir.
And I know you're a traditional type person, so there's certain things that as a man um you need to lead in a certain way.
That's
And
right.
and and to be able to show that way, especially for your kids, because something when it comes to your kids is, everything starts in the home, right?
Yeah,
So you need to lead in an example of this is how a man carries himself. That's the biggest one, right? And that's the way it's been for generations and generations and generations. Like we are the stronger, superior when it comes to the man versus woman in the house. And, we have our role and they got the role. Where society has got it twisted a little bit is thinking that a woman can do everything that a man can do. And a man can do everything a woman can do. That's not fucking possible.
it's not. That's where they got this shit fucked up at because through social media and the bullshit they put on TV, they trying to
Yep.
remix the shit. But that's just through them. And people can't be easily influenced. Even we can't be easily influenced to
Mhm.
say, regardless if the world change, we gotta change with it. Man, fuck that. You know what I'm
No,
saying? It's not only an illusion, but it's just a phase. I'm saying they
it
ain't gonna win.
it goes back to the whole fucking transgender shit when it comes to, like, for example, combat sports or physical sports. Like, men are structured genetically just different. We're bigger, we're stronger. That's just the way it is, right? So even
Yeah.
if, one thing that I feel really strongly about is, especially when it comes to combat sports. Okay, swimming, cool, nobody's getting hurt. But now you got men saying, okay, I identify as a woman, going in and boxing, MMA fights against women. Like, come on, man. You could go take all the
It-
fucking pills you want. You're still structured and you're still genetically a man. And you are
yeah.
going to, you know, I want to say 99.9% of the time, just destroy that woman. And that's just a fact. It's genetics.
The people we gotta beat at the end of the video game.
Yep. Yep.
The
Yep.
people we gotta beat at the end of the video game. It's inevitable to logically think that that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. So even saying, even it's crazy to even go into that shit because it's like, bro, they know that shit ain't right.
Yeah.
They know that shit ain't right. Physically, they know that shit ain't right. If that's the case, then allow women to bite.
Yeah.
If that's the case, but they'll never do, and they're not gonna see it equal. So like you said, that just goes back into the struggles of the world we have, bro. The motherfuckers we gotta beat at the end of the video game.
And
You
speaking of the
know.
video games you were talking about earlier, like sometimes when you listen to music, you were talking about Flying Lotus. That's where I actually came across Flying Lotus was a video game, Grand Theft Auto, on the radio station. That's where I came across them. And what's funny? This is gonna sound bad, but every time my son's having like a bad day, I'm like, all right, let's go just go play some Grand Theft Auto and kill some hoes.
Hey, he's old enough to know what's up. Imagine
Yeah,
that little boy you seen right there wanting to play Grand Theft Auto. Now we got a problem.
yeah,
But nah, like even in my college days, man, Jazz, Madlib, Alchemist, Flying Lotus, man, those guys got me through a lot of times still to this day. Shout out to the rappers as well, but like really through emotional times of like losing people, um, losing yourself, man, the work they did behind those keyboards and computers, man, that shit just
yeah.
got me through a lot, bro.
And you
Real
know what?
shit.
Sometimes I think too, like it's okay to, for example, turn on that depressing track to sit down and just fucking, go through your emotions quick and, flush it out because something that, as human beings, men and women, if you hold on to those emotions too much, you keep carrying them and it prevents your growth. So sometimes you need to have that moment where you could turn on that depressing, that track that makes you think and think about your situation and just get those emotions out so you can move on.
Get it out. Get it out. Flush it out and go and move on. Because at some point in time, you're gonna want to come up out of it.
Yeah.
Um, to double back to your statement, you like a lot of UFC?
Yeah, I used to do a lot of kickboxing, jiu-jitsu. Not
Mm-hmm.
competitively. I did some competitive
Mm-hmm.
jiu-jitsu just to fucking try it because I'm that type of person. Like when somebody came into the gym and sparring session, okay, give me the biggest guy.
Yeah,
Because okay, cool, I might lose, but I at least want to know what I can do, right?
that's right.
So I used to train out of Bazooka Kickboxing, which Joe Valtellini, I don't know if you watch Glory Kickboxing. He was the welterweight champ in Glory. He does the
A
commentating
little
now.
bit. Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I used to train a lot, and combat sports is something I've been into fucking forever.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We was faithful going to the bars, watching the fights back in the Silver days, Lyoto
Yeah,
Machado, Mauricio Shogun,
yeah,
Rashad Evans, all of those guys, um, freaking George St. Pierre, all of
yeah,
those guys. And kind of lost track, but I try to watch a little bit of it. I be gambling on it, trying to, but I don't watch it as much to stay in tune. So I'm lost in the sauce now. I used to be good. I could have picked the whole fight card back in the day, but I lost touch. So I haven't been watching it as much.
Did you ever
You
hear
know.
about the MMA fighter that lost his finger in the cage?
Mm-mm. Who?
So I got a real good friend, man. I call him my brother. He um
Mm-hmm.
he wrestled for Team Canada in the Olympics, the London Olympics. Pro MMA
Mm-hmm.
fighter, pro boxer. He trained, so he wrestled. You know Chris Weidman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he wrestled Chris Weidman in, I believe, college, and he beat him. And Anderson Silva recruited him to be his wrestling coach when Silva was fighting Weidman.
Mm-hmm.
And moral of the story, I really want to get him on the show, but he's really like he's anti-social media.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a fight a few years ago, and he took the guy down. The guy kept grabbing his glove, right? And with
Mm-hmm.
MMA gloves, they kind of got like the strip here. So he was
Yeah.
grabbing this, and he actually pulled it out enough where his finger popped out. So when the ref caught on, he fucking let it go. And when the glove came in, it grabbed the finger, bent it all the way back, severed it,
Ah,
and
shit.
fucking at the end of the round, he went to the corner, and they're like, "Yo, your finger's missing." So actually, on the announcement, they're like, "Has anybody seen a finger? Check for a finger around your seats, whatever the case is, right?" So they called off the fight, and this guy he wanted to keep the fight going. He's like, "Fuck it, I'll keep going," right? And
Mm.
shout out to Haytag Palev, man. Uh, Fucking great
Yeah.
guy, man. He's helped me through a lot of things in life, and I've helped him through some things. And
Yeah.
so when he went to the hospital, they cut the glove off. The finger kind of popped back out. It was just held on by a little tiny piece of flesh.
Ah, shit.
And
Shit,
now
boy.
now he's since kind of stepped away from the competition. He's got his own wrestling school out in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
But he came up with the
Okay.
same manager as like Matt Hughes, Rich Franklin,
Mm-hmm.
Matt Brown, all
Oh
those
yeah.
guys out there out of Ohio. So, shout out to
Them
him.
some tough guys, man. Yeah, he definitely that's a tough camp. Rich Franklin, he was definitely a tough one.
Hmm.
He was tough. Yeah. Yeah, I had my son in jujitsu a little bit. He's inconsistent, but I gotta be the one to well, with what we've done, he's ready to play football.
Yeah.
He's a freshman though, so he was when he was 7, his mom got him a cell phone. I got on her. Well, I ain't gonna say I got on her, but she even knows herself that was a big no-no
Yeah.
because back in our days at that time we was outside in the woods or we was, you know, figuring it out, trying to climb trees and shit. So even with this new day and age of
Different
generation
era,
of kids, man, it's a different era.
What
It's a different era.
what are your thoughts on um for example, say you got a daughter, you know, early years, preteen, whatever the case is, what are your thoughts on specifically pushing jujitsu on girls? And I say that because, we live in a society where there's always demons preying on women, right? So
Mm-hmm.
my perspective is, in a situation where a man wants to rape you, what are your thoughts where we should be pushing more of the daughters learning jujitsu because in that real life scenario, that's what's going to help you the best.
Nah, that's actually key. That's actually a great. That's great. That's great, bro. That's I have two. I have three daughters. You know, um, that's great because a lot of girls, they prey on a lot of women. We
Yep.
have places here from where I'm from, it's where it's like they have a lot of, a lot of instances where people, prey on a lot of women at supermarkets and stores and shit.
Yep.
So, no, bro, that's like one of the key things because even in the midst of a fight, when other people are alerted, that's just enough time for women to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Either
Yep.
be saved, escape, or even make it out. So no, bro, that's fire.
And because like
Soon as
I say that because I've been in the gym and I would be rolling with somebody, I'm 6'3", 220. And I would roll the people that are like 140 pounds and they'll fucking bend me up like a pretzel, like what the fuck just happened? You know what I
they
mean? So
move
it's
so
not really
fast.
the
Yeah.
size and the strength, right? So that's where I get this, if I ever had a daughter, she's going into jiu-jitsu 100% because I don't know the stats, but they're pretty high.
Hmm.
I would say they want to be in the 90% of, every
Yeah.
woman out there has faced some sort of sexual assault.
Yeah, they definitely need to be in more jujitsu. That's a key thing to have them in. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely finna sign you. Now that you're saying that, soon as like everything is da 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 da,
Yeah.
I'm gonna call them asking my daughters, like, I'm finna sign y'all up for Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Y'all finna learn how to wrestle. That's crazy. I'm glad you even said that.
No, but
I
it's
think
it's
about
it's
that.
yo, even with men, right? We should all train. We should all fucking train because how many times do you see a video of a street fight, for example, and you're watching it, and if you've ever trained, you're watching them fight, and you're like, these guys don't know what the fuck they're doing. Or in a scenario now where you're in a real life situation, someone's pressing up on your wife. If you don't
Hmm.
know what you're doing, how can you defend your wife or your daughter?
Facts.
So even
Facts.
as men, we need to get out there and train as well, not only in hand to hand, but I don't know what the laws are in Carolina, but if you guys have open carry, concealed carry,
Stand your ground. Yeah. They
get
just
out
did the
there and hit
open
the gun
carry.
range, man, and learn how to use those tools, man, because you never fucking know.
That's what we do down here. That's another thing we do is we shoot. We got it's a lot of land. It's a lot of, you know what I mean? So that's what we do down here. It's a lot of time for that. Got to get into it more, but the schedule be so booked up with, getting to it and, paying
Yeah.
bills and keeping everything straight, but still, time definitely can be made. I was supposed to go to that last week with my man, go to the gun range, but yeah, that's something we do down here. Anytime if you ever come, trust me, I show you how we do in Carolina. It's subtle. We got barbecue and land and we do a lot. We fish, you know what I'm saying, like in pond fishing and shit. Do a lot of that. Hunting. That's what's going on down here.
I'm always into a good barbecue and a good hunt.
Yeah, man.
It's
Yeah, man. That's what
my family's from East Coast Canada, so they're out in Newfoundland, and that's how they, a lot of the survival out there, a lot of people hunt for their meat.
hmm.
It's just it's the culture,
Yeah. Nah, that's
and
a fact. That's what we do.
it's learning how to hunt an animal, even fishing. Like so, you learn how to fish, you learn how to catch a fish, gut it, prepare it, cook it. That's an essential skill in life that a lot of people are missing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's something we definitely need to do. You gotta live off the damn land. Living off the land is key in this situation.
And you know what? It's something, and tell me your thoughts on it, but it's something that the perception is it's kind of like the redneck white person thing to do, right?
Hmm.
But,
Nah,
everybody needs to
not
learn that.
I mean, in this town I live in, you'll see a lot of black people wearing them freaking like work boots. We have black rodeos down here.
Okay.
Yeah, they do a lot of black rodeos. All of that. Like living off the land, like growing fruits,
Yeah.
cooking out, pig out, things like that. That's what we do. I think that's a southern thing, but like with
Yeah,
people in the
that is a
city,
southern thing.
yeah, that's a southern thing, like or a country thing, wherever you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I feel bad for people in the city who don't get to experience that side of life, like the thrill and they're catching on to it now, but being raised from it is different. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it
So
is with the cities too is there's so much propaganda against it that once you
It
get
gives you
to
patience.
once you get to experience it, it's a
Can't
whole
hear me?
different story.
Um,
There you are. I can see you, but I don't hear you.
okay.
Okay,
I
there
had
we
it.
go. I
I
got
had it.
you. I got
I had it muted. I had it muted. Yeah. Said something about fishing. I don't know.
you. But like, I've brought people to the range that have never shot a gun before in their life, and they're very intimidated by it. And once you get them out to the range and you teach them how to operate a gun, they look at it differently. You got to respect the power of it, number one.
Yeah.
And you got to respect that the fact it's a tool. You could use it to get food. You could use it to defend yourself.
Facts.
And
Facts.
education goes a long ways in that sense. And I think the more that, people like yourself that come from the country areas, the more you can educate people not from there about it, the more they will not so much open their eyes to the sense of, yeah, I'm going to get into it, but okay, at least I understand it now. It's not what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah. Trust me, when they do, they love it. That's why a lot of people move from the cities to the countries just to get a dose of that, you know what I'm saying, that dopamine from nature.
Yeah, yeah,
Like even right now, just like if it was in the city, I wouldn't be able to do this outside. Like, and I had a spot in North Charlotte, but wouldn't be able to do this outside. Like how you hear I don't know if you hear the birds, but well, I got these AirPods in, so they probably got the noise cancellation on, but it's quiet here. That's one of the greatest things about staying down here. However, it's just, the police, they do excessive force because there's no crime. Versus the
yeah.
city, it's always crime, so they always on call about real crime.
Do you think being in a small town like that, so I'm gonna say this only because I started watching this show, uh, you heard of Yellowstone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was a spin-off show called Dutton something, Dutton Ranch or whatever. So I just started watching that.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched an episode last night, and it's funny you bring it up about the small town police. And they're at this small town in Texas, right? And the police are almost more corrupt because they can
Mm-hmm.
bribe and hide things a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's true. That's very true. That's very true. I can see it. Matter of fact, I tried to start watching Yellowstone. I never followed up with watching it. Benji, get over here. But no, now that you said that, I'm finna watch that and catch up to the spinoff because yeah, that's basically what it is, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot of kids that get killed down here. It's not even like really consistent crime. And even in the past couple months, it's been more crookedness within the system, both sides of both states. You know what I'm saying? And it's not getting acknowledged. They just try to rub it off on the public. Come on, come over here. You can't come over here. Come on,
Yeah,
come
they
on.
sweep it they sweep it under the rug, and it's all in the name of the community, right? To make the community look good.
Yeah, I mean those are what we call politicals, polished issues or whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
But yeah, we suffer from that down here.
Because, we
You
live in a time where everybody is bought. Everybody's funded in some way, right? And you got to you have to follow suit with those that are funding you.
That's right. That's
Unfortunately,
right.
that's the world we live in.
It's good you said that. That's great that you said that. Because if you look at it from that angle, you know what I'm saying, to at least see it that way, then it's easier to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Easier to
listen,
deal with. Go
I've
get your
I've
shoes.
I've gone way deep down the rabbit hole, and you know what? We should do we should do another episode about the rabbit hole, man, because I know
Nah,
you're on
let's
that.
do it.
I know you're on that, and I think a lot more people need to hear it.
Yeah, we most definitely could schedule it up, man.
But
Listen, man,
yeah,
like,
we're gonna cut out, and I know you got your kids and everything, and they're begging for your attention, and I
yeah,
got some running around to
he
do.
should have been acting like this at that soccer field this morning. Sit in the seat, I'm gonna spin you around. He
But
should have been
hey,
angry.
that's the way it is, man. When kids see that your attention is on something else, they want your attention. That's
Yeah,
just the way it is, you know?
yeah, he wanna sit here and play. I've had this chair in my house this whole time. He ain't realized it's spin now. He wants to sit in it and spin around. Like you said, that's kids for you,
That's kids, man.
bro.
You got to embrace them for what they are.
Nah, this was great, bro. This was definitely great, man. It was an honor, bro. I appreciate you for having me,
Definitely,
man.
I appreciate it. And, I always say, time is the most expensive currency because you don't get it back. So I appreciate you sitting down and having this conversation and dedicating that time to the show. And 100%, man, let's do
Yeah,
it again. And now that I know a bit more about you,
yeah.
you're gonna be getting some memes and stuff sent to you.
All right. Well, hey, let's rock, man. And hey, I'm down to fly. You know what I'm saying? We can, I dress up nice. We wear nice cologne.
Yeah, yeah.
We wear nice cologne. We dress up nice. So I mean, shout out to Cigar Talk, man. Shout out to Big Twins. Shout out to uh shout out to the whole gang, man. Everybody's watching, the whole world. Everybody is standing for something. Shout out to y'all
That's
and
it,
everybody
man.
listening, all the listeners.
And you know what? The way I look at it is, you're part of the Cigar Talk Toronto family now. So,
Appreciate
let's
that, family.
let's keep it moving. Let's keep rising together. And whatever you want me to do promotion wise, send me your shit. I'll put it up, collab, whatever the case is. And again, yeah, shout out to Big Twins. That would be actually kind of
Yeah.
dope because I know Twins is on that mindset too. We could do
Yeah.
a rabbit hole fucking episode with Twins as well.
Well, yeah, trust me, he's a character. We be talking, like how that shit go. But
Yeah,
it's better it's very much better in person because
yeah, yeah.
you you know how that go. But yeah, man, it was an honor, man. I greatly appreciate you for sure, man. Shout
Yeah,
out the
for
whole
sure, man.
Toronto, for real.
Appreciate you. All right, man.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right, peace. Hold it down.
I want to send a special shout out, Cigar Talk Toronto. Special shout out to Croatian Mafia Cigars. It's for the gangsta in you, nigga. It's for the gangsters. DJ Mikey G. Put some cut on that dope. Lefty Pacino. Take it personal. Take it personal. Click, clack the beam. Take it personal. I spit the caffeine. Take it personal. Feel what I mean? The 30R6 to M16s. We got them bugging. I'm your favorite uncle. I'm the alcoholic street niggas with the guns and the duffel. I'm the one that used to smoke the cigar and whip the truffle. The one that Granny said always started trouble. The backcourt shot a triple-double. Coach kicked me out the gym cause the gun was bigger than the muscle. Now let me introduce you to the hustle. I whip the white till it locked and snip the residue above my knuckles. The epitome of street scuffle. I hit him hard with the banger. I was trying to make the belt buckle. I hit the corner and I make it bubble. What's in the pocket of my goose will make your feathers ruffle. I don't trust you. Make the gauge bust you. We keep the circle tight. You just another square if we don't discuss you. Take it Take it personal. Click, clack the beam. Take it personal. I spit the caffeine. Take it personal. Feel what I mean? The 30R6 to M16s. We gotta plug in. Take it personal. Click, clack the beam. Take it personal. personal. I spit the caffeine, take it personal. Feel what I mean? The 30R6 to M16s. We gotta get my pillage through your village. Leave my spillage on your mistress. Attacking everything, you go on the hit list. Burn the evidence, witness. Told the lawyer eat the case with the biscuit. Looked the judge in the face and told him stick it. Smacked the plaintiff in the face and told him fix it. Tap the Henny on the bottom, then we lift it. Fully equipped, the blue beamer and it's kitted. Bend the corner 730, then we hit him. The bars leave a bad taste, so I spit them. Machete 50-50 sharp, so I split them. The black expedition put me in position. Focus on the mission, full tunnel vision. Every verse calculated, spoken with conviction. My condition is to grind every day by tradition. Built